Good morning, family. This is Lee for Lee Fitness, Spirituality, Tarot, and Astrology. And this is the new moon in Taurus video, all 12 signs. I would like to welcome everybody to beautiful, beautiful Miami. Beautiful out here this morning. It's Monday, May 10th, one day before the new moon. Hope everybody's doing great. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, please do. Like, share, subscribe to information. I really would appreciate it. So, we're one day away from the Taurus new moon. As we know or may not know, Taurus represents all the financial situations in our life, our material possessions, represents the earth, our physical body, okay? So this is going to be the new cycle of that type of energy. You know, it's a great time to start new here in Taurus things, okay? Taurus rules your work, your money, your daily routines, okay? It rules gardening, food and agriculture, you know? Again, it rules the body, so making changes to the body, you know? Or finding out you need to make changes to the body, all right? So, this moon normally is a good moon when you're talking about finances or reorganizing your finances. Maybe changing banks is a good time to do that. Changing banks. What else? Finances. Anything dealing with finances, money, loans, anything like that. This is the time to like reorganize, get that together, because again, Taurus rules all banking, financial institutions. Okay. So let's get down to it. Taurus energy, man. It's about our self-worth and self-esteem, okay? Our material possessions, what we possess, our daily values, okay? That's going to be very big for a lot of people, how you value yourself, your self-esteem. You know, are you happy with the things that you have? Can you have more? That's Taurus energy, okay? And guys, remember, we're not just talking about your sun birthday sign. You could be a Taurus rising, Taurus moon, Taurus Mars, okay? Taurus Mercury and be just like a Taurus person, okay? That's why it's very important that you know your birth natal chart, okay? Taurus people seek security through what they have, their material possessions, okay? Their material possessions and their money and their security means everything to them. That's everything to a Taurus person, okay, or a Taurus energy person who has that in their chart. So let's talk about some aspects, because those are the aspects in general, but we have some opposition to this moon, okay? We have Saturn, which is, anybody knows, that's the planet of restriction, delays, hard knocks, karma. That's a tough energy planet there. It's squaring the moon, the sun, and Uranus, which are all three in Taurus, and Saturn is in Aquarius, all right? So there could be delays or restrictions with financial institutions or money, taxes, anytime you get any money back, anything like that. When you got Saturn involved, there could be difficulties, all right? Then we have Jupiter squaring Venus, Mercury, and the sun, and Jupiter is growth, luck, and expansion. Jupiter wants to expand things, okay? So Jupiter sort of is like a protective layer, because when you look at Saturn squaring the moon, the sun, and Uranus, and then you have Jupiter, which wants to protect and expand and give good gifts, squaring Mercury, which is the communication, and Venus is relationships and money, you know, there could be like a trade-off there. So that doesn't look bad as I thought it looked when I first looked at it. But Saturn squaring the sun, moon, and Uranus in Taurus, though, that's a tough angle right there, okay? And then we have Pluto squaring the moon, all right? So we do have some opposition energy out there. You know, financial situations could come up in relationships big time. You know, what you're doing with your time, you know, your self-esteem, your self-worth, reevaluating stuff like that. Reevaluating anything dealing with Taurus practicality, okay? So I'm not going to keep it there. I'm going to get to the signs so we can get this moving. with this new moon. This energy is in effect right now, guys, okay? This new moon is at 21 degrees. So check your charts. I would say anywhere from 21 to 29 degrees in your chart, anywhere. Sun, moon, rising, Venus mainly, okay? 21 degrees to 29 degrees. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. I would even say really 18 to 29 degrees. I always like 18 to 29 degrees, really. So we're going to start with the first sign. It's Taurus. Taurus, this is about you. It's your first house. It's about your health, your body, your attitude, anything you. Okay, and being as though this is a new moon, a new cycle, you can begin new faster than anybody right here in anything you want to do. Now, I will say this. You cannot have a beginning without an ending, okay? So you could find out something negative in order to start something new. And that goes for everybody, okay? New moons are a new beginning, but you can't have a new beginning without an ending. So you can have an ending or a beginning with a new moon, okay? Full moons are usually endings when we find out all of the worst stuff normally, or things we need to know about or be aware of. But new moons are new beginnings, all right? So the second sign, Gemini. This is going to be in your 12th house, okay? The house of Pisces, all right? Of healing, closure, spirituality, creativity, okay? That's the positive side. The negative side is addiction, self-sabotaging behaviors, okay? Your subconscious thoughts. That's a lot of Geminis need to, I think, I hear that real big. The way that you're thinking right now, your subconscious thoughts, especially Geminis with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart, any water, okay? Fairy tales, illusions, not seeing things for what they are, okay? Infectious diseases, be careful of that around this time, or you may find out that you have one around this time, or could be healing one at this time. Okay, hospitals, again, there's that infectious diseases or finding out something that you need to go to the hospital for. And mental institutions, again, and I'm not picking on Gemini. Geminis with water signs are mainly the people who get diagnosed with bipolar and ADHD. You know, so you don't have that, but that's what you get diagnosed with, because a lot of times Gemini with Cancer Mercury or Taurus Mercury, those people have serious issues, especially if they have like fire and Neptune or something like that, with mental issues, okay, with their mind. All right, so the next sign is Cancer. All right, Cancer, we're going to talk about the 11th house of your groups and friends you associate with. And I hear that big for Cancers, because Cancers have problems letting go of the past, and that is always biting them in the butt. Your hopes and wishes, technology, the future, astrology, okay? Separation, detachment, freedom, and independence. That's why I'm talking about with the groups and friends you associate with, because there may be needed some separation or detachment, freedom, and independence from the past with a lot of Cancers, okay? And remember, that could be Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, okay? Radical change and radical thought. There it is again. And humanitarian efforts, and Cancers are good at that. So helping the homeless, helping people at the hospital, anything like that, that'll be good. It's a good beginning at this time, okay? Now remember, guys, you can have endings or beginnings of a new moon, okay? So the next sign is Leo, all right? So Leo, we're talking about your 10th house of authority figures, bosses and supervisors, okay? Anybody who has it over you, your father, your career and your long-term goals, okay, your reputation in the world, your status as a person, okay, government and political figures. So there could be issues there with Leo, government and political figures, and rich and famous people, okay? So Leo, rich and famous, or political and government figures, they could be have new starts, new careers, or endings, all right? So the next sign is Virgo. Virgo, this is going to be in your 9th house of teaching, learning, higher education, morals, values, and beliefs. That's what I hear big with Virgos, okay? Morals, values, and beliefs, and learning, all right? Law and religion, all right? Foreign affairs, foreign travel, foreign people. Also, Virgos, do not be standoffish with foreign people. Foreign people could be very helpful in your life right now, or they could be very negative. But if you meet somebody new, that's from another country or foreign at this time, I would see what they're about before I say they're negative, okay? The next sign is Libra. Libra, this is going to be in the 8th house of Scorpio, of sex, intimacy, shared finances, your partner's resources, all right? Other people's money, loans, taxes, assets, properties, okay? Power, wealth. What else we got? Death, all right? Physical death, all right? Not you, maybe not even nobody in your family, maybe somebody around you, okay? Death and inheritance, okay? So some of you may have a death and get an inheritance, okay? Or you could find out that you had an inheritance from a death, okay? Permanent change and transformation, never to be the same. That can happen at this time for some Libras, all right? Also, the lower vibe of the 8th house, hate, jealousy, revenge, and obsession. Okay, so Libras, be careful of that, especially Libras who are in volatile relationships with anybody, family members, girlfriend, boyfriends, doesn't matter, all right? So Scorpio, this is going to be in the house of Libra, the 7th house of your marriage, your relationships of any kind, all right? Justice, legal matters, contracts, all right? Sharing, equality, and the house of hidden and unforeseen enemies. So Scorpio, be careful of having those jealousy and hate and envy and obsession and revenge kind of thoughts, because you could attract hidden and unforeseen enemies at this time, okay? And you don't know when that time limit, those hidden and unforeseen enemies can show up, all right? So next, we have Sagittarius. This is in your 6th house, the house of Virgo, the house of your work, okay? Your service to others, your co-workers, how you organize, how you schedule your day, your sleeping patterns, your food intake, your health and hygiene, okay? Pets could be critical at this time, all right? Analyzing and criticizing, okay? So Sagittarius, be very careful of being over-analytical of people and criticizing people, all right? And because that can happen with you guys, especially you Sagittarius is with Virgo in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, all right? The next sign is Capricorn. Capricorn, this is going to be in the 5th house, which is the house of Leo, which we call the fun house. But I keep telling people the fun house can also be the house of drama, because it rules drama as well. That is the house of romance and love affairs, okay? And literally, love affairs, literally, all right? Your children, fun, games, going out, nightclubs, anything dealing with that. Also, fertility and creativity. So any Capricorns not looking to have babies, be careful at this time, because you can be very fertile at this time. Let me see, what else? Your cash money, and again, like I said, drama with anybody, so be careful, Capricorns. Next is the house of Aquarius. Aquarius, this will be in the 4th house of your home, your family, your mother, your children, your emotions and your foundation. And that is big for Aquarius, especially your emotions and your foundation, because that can always be rocky. Take it from an Aquarius, Sun, and Mercury, myself. Your roots and your heritage, okay? So family matters are going to be big for Aquarius, all right? So the next sign is Pisces. Pisces, this will be in the 3rd house of Gemini, your fellow mutable sign of communication of all kind, emails, texts, phone calls. So be careful there. The way that you think, your siblings and neighbors. I hear that big with Pisces people. Your aunts, uncles, cousins, short distance travel, and your car. Be careful with accidents, Pisces. Don't be on the phone, texting, driving, doing none of that distraction stuff, yelling at the kids and all of that while you're driving at this time. Okay, and last but not least, Aries. You're going to be in the 2nd house, which is the house of Taurus, where this new moon is. So this would be a great time for you to start new beginnings in your work habits, your daily routine, okay, your work in general, your money, all right, all your material possessions, all right, financial institutions, food and gardening and agriculture, okay, and earthly events, all right. So that's all 12 signs done. I would just like to say, listen, guys, it is imperative that you get your birth natal chart, okay? Times are going to get very stressful in these next 2 years, okay? I know that the people that do not understand astrology, won't probably be able to get this message. But we have Pluto at 26 degrees Capricorn, okay? Capricorn rules the rich and famous, and it rules the governments, all right? Saturn and Jupiter is in Aquarius, which rules the people and humanitarian issues, all right? The government's time and these rich and famous people's time is about to run out, and there's about to be another shift in government people and rich people. And this is the time for you guys to become one of those rich people. But you have to understand the laws of nature. Nothing lasts forever. Everything shifts, and everybody gets a chance to shift with it. But when you're walking around blindfolded and you're just waking up every day just doing one thing, you'll miss every opportunity in the world that comes your way, because you don't understand nothing but what you were taught. You don't ever go outside of what you were taught, okay? So guys, listen, it is Monday, May 10th. As I said, today is the last day for the people who follow me on Facebook, Leaf Fitness, Spirituality, Tarot, and Astrology. For those who don't, you should go there. There are hundreds of astrology videos. I've been on Facebook for 10 years. My YouTube page and my Instagram page is fairly new. I would love for you guys to join me here and at Instagram. Yeah, to get back to what I was saying. Capricorn is about to reach its critical degree of 29 by the year 2022, and that's when all the secrets and everything is going to come out about the COVID shots, everything the government's been doing. I told you guys, if you look at my Aquarius, Age of Aquarius, Part 1, Part 2 video that I did in December, okay, I told you guys that the people were going to rebel against the government, and what happened in January? The people rushed the Capitol. It's going to happen again in 2022, 2023. I cannot predict the date, but when Capricorn gets to the degree of 27, 28, 29, the most critical degree, and then the next sign is Aquarius of the people, that's when we'll see peace starting again. But before there can be a new era, there must be a destruction of the old era, and we are starting to witness the destruction of the old era. Constant police brutality. People are getting tired of it, fed up. It's about to be over with. Okay, corrupt politicians, okay, it's about to be over with. The people are about to stand and destroy all of this and restart it all over again, okay, not in a total destruction where we're all going to die or the world's going to get blown up. No, they're going to be radical changes and radical thought in government, in policy, in gun laws, and all of that in the next 2 years. All right, so remember, you heard that here first. Guys, listen, this is the last day of the $30 and $60 readings. All prices will go back to regular price tomorrow, May 11th, at the beginning of the new Taurus moon. All right? So, guys, all the information is in the video subscription. All birth natal charts are free, the very first one. Multiple charts after the first one are a service, okay? So this is Lee for Leaf Fitness, Spirituality, Tarot, and Astrology. One love.